Hello. Can you hear me clearly? Good. This is my story. My name is Frank Blackwood. I was born on the 29th of May 1893 in Leith, over by Edinburgh. My father John was a nurseryman there, and my mother was called Rosamond. I was their only child, a very unusual family back then. We spent a few years down on the borders where my father worked as a policeman, but we were soon living in Whitletts just outside Ayr, where he originally came from. There he worked as a gamekeeper. I went to school there, and when I left I got a job working in a grocer's shop. I was about the only boy I knew in Whitletts who didn't go down the mine. When the war broke out I was 21, but I knew that my parents were very unhappy at the thought of their only child going off to fight. For more than a year I kept quiet, but finally in December 1915 I went up to Glasgow and enlisted in the Highland Light Infantry. This was the start of an eventful 2 years for me. In January 1916 we set sail, not for France, but much further away, Egypt. We landed at Cairo and were transferred to a place called El Kantara, where we began our task of protecting the Suez Canal. We were in action quickly, and soon I was badly wounded, shot in the shoulder. Initially I was treated in a casualty station in Egypt, but it was clear that my recovery was going to take some time, and so I was transferred back to Britain. This involved me first being admitted to Catterick Military Hospital, and then later moved to Clandon Park War Hospital near Guildford. This hospital was set up in Clandon Park House, the home of Lord and Lady Onslow. Many of the patients there were very seriously wounded, most of them in far worse condition than I was. In fact, by May 1916 I was discharged and sent, not back to Egypt, but to France, to the Western Front. By this time I was a Lance Corporal. Over the next 18 months I was involved in many battles, all within a fairly small area of Flanders, around Arras and Ypres. By early 1918 I was beginning to think that I was one of the lucky ones. Sadly, it wasn't to be. On the 11th of January 1918 I was killed in action. I was 24 years old. My body was never found, but my name is inscribed in the Tyne Memorial in France and on the War Memorial in Whitletts.